Welcome back. Welcome back. What's going on, everybody?
What's happening? Thanks for coming back. Thanks for tuning in again to us. We're just having fun here. We're having fun here. In the midst of this pandemic, we're just trying to laugh a little and learn a lot.
I don't. Can we use viral anymore?
Too soon? Is that too?
Can you even say that anymore?
I know. You can't say that in a pandemic. We want it to go viral. It's like, oh, you insensitive asshole.
You say.
We need a new word then.
Yeah. Omnipresent. Let's just stick with that.
Wow. We got to clean up that lingo. Okay. There it is. Hashtag omnipresent. There it is.
Talented, the maniac, brainiac, Christopher Bernard.
Oh, the charming. Wonderful. Always a pleasure. Oh, and a great smile, too. This man, Neo Quinto. Hashtag bromance. There, I said it.
Bromance. Okay, are you sick yet? Here's something that's going to make you sick. I saw this posted on Twitter, and the tagline caught me, and it was like, "You're such a douche. Go make coffee at home." And I'm like, okay, I got to see this. Is this it's like, what is this? Because there's no hashtags or anything. It was just the description. And it's a guy at Tim Hortons using like a Lysol spray, spraying his cup. So I guess he told the attendant to step back. He was spraying his cup like a good 30 seconds. And then he took off the lid. And then he chucked the lid back inside the restaurant. And then he took his coffee, and a guy behind him was honking. And he's like, "Shut up, wait." And I'm like, why would you go through all that and like demean people and stuff? Because it's just spinning off of what you said. You know, the frontline people, be respectful and grateful.
Oh, wow.
And I couldn't believe it. I was like, what? What's the point? You want your coffee that much, but you're going to like really spit on people? It was a total dick move.
Wow. Wow.
So I would say like times like this bring up the best in people mostly. And then, you know, you get people like that. Actually, I shouldn't even say that. I imagine that guy's like that all the time.
Yes, I would make the case that guy was always the way he was, and that situation was just like, it was unfortunate though for the frontline staff to get that, you know.
Yeah, exactly. So you want to tell me about the McDonald's thing?
No, I had heard. Originally I heard that a local McDonald's had a confirmed case of the COVID, and I was very concerned.
Right.
Get my McDoubles from said McDonald's. And I come to find...
Combo 19.
And then I come to find that it was all a sham. That this employee faked the doctor's note that said she had COVID-19.
Yeah.
The McDonald's shut down for, I guess a little while. I'm not sure.
Like in heavy duty industrial cleaning, right? Like maybe a day or two. And
then I think, she got charged.
Yeah, she's charging and appearing in court like sometime in May.
Yes, that's right. I thought about that that other girl that got charged for sort of the same thing, that the chair girl. They call her the chair girl. Can you hear about that one?
Oh, from the condo apartment?
Yeah, the condo apartment.
Why did she do that again? I can't remember. Just idiotic.
Just millennials. Sorry, they're just, you know.
They followed up with her later, and she didn't look remorseful whatsoever. So I was like, but to be honest about this one in McDonald's, I was like, yeah, I can get not wanting to go to work either.
I know. At the same time, you're like, oh, really? You're like, yeah, really. I get it.
Like court, like McDonald's against wee little employee. Like, I know it was dumb. Like, all the comments, I get it.
You know, here's the conversation that happened. Like, you know, she didn't want to work, and she had said, you know, I'm feeling ill, And then her manager was like, "You got to bring in a note. That's the law. Like, you got to bring in documentation."
Are you
So,
like?
but don't you think she, at that point, she's like, "I'm sick." The manager just went, "Okay, you know what? I get it. You're probably a poor employee to begin with. Go away." And that would have saved everybody like the headache, really, and headlines, really.
Are automatically going to, and I do agree with this, is go to the immediately to the public health. You can't have someone with the illness serving. Did they already touch the surfaces at the workplace? Did they spread it with other employees?
Yeah.
Again, that's a huge hassle. And not just like trying to make or poke fun at that, but I was like, 18-year-old people ditch school and call in sick. I'm like, like people are going to do that, right? Like she's going to get a slap on the wrist. Like what's McDonald's going to do? Make an example of 18-year-old from Hamilton? Like don't mess with McDonald's.
Oh yeah.
But I got to be honest, like I have a hard time, like, I get tempted to want to go to McDonald's, but I'm like, I'm not going to go to anyone locally. And like, because there was another case, one close to me, that I'm like, I just don't even want to deal with that. They acted, I guess it was confirmed that the employee did have the case, contracted coronavirus. And then when I read that follow-up story about this girl faking the note, I thought that was the same location, but it was another location.
Oh, okay. I didn't know that. Wow. Oh, no.
Employees that were in collusion to create this conspiracy to shut down the triangle of McDonald's. Insane.
Oh, yes. That would be hilarious. A bunch of local teens.
In that case, fire them, because you can't live without the McDoubles, and I like my double cheeseburgers plain, so.
Dad bods. Oh,
dad bods, yeah. This is actually an episode of Dad bods instead. A bunch of things being home. We're doing things that we weren't doing before, and that made me realize the things I wasn't doing. You're having to have more home cooked meals. You see a lot of people sharing that they're doing exercise challenges and stuff like that. Like I sent you the push-up challenge and so on. People are doing like music challenges now, and a picture of you like when you were younger and this and that. So actually, people are being kinder. So were we a society of like takeout and fast food and not nice to each other, that didn't exercise?
Yeah, I think that a lot of that. Like I said, we're building like new habits, right? It happens to be like a 3-week incubation period. So for 21 days, you got to do something you're not used to doing, which is cooking the meals and
be with your family.
What?
Being with your family.
Yeah, we'll be with the family for a large part of the day. It's kind of like, oh yeah, okay, yeah, this is different. I'm not used to this, and so you kind of have to enjoy those new things you have to do that are part of your daily life. It's like, okay, this is life for a while. This is how it feels. This is different.
I wonder how many people are, would generally go to work every day and bitch about work, and now they can't wait to go back to work because they'd rather be there than be at home.
Oh, yeah. Well, I'm sure when your wife went back to work, it was that sort of transition period that was like, I'm enjoying going back to work because I'm getting out of the house. So I'm certain I gotta be careful when I say this because I don't want to get myself in any trouble here.
What hasn't been said already?
Said already. that appreciating diversity in your day. You know, when you're cooped up, it's like, oh my God, I can't deal with this anymore. Just anything will set you off. You appreciate that time to just go away. Just that time to be away, no matter how small it is.
Yeah.
You know, it's that the routine set in when you're at work and you're back to the grind and you're back to the hustle, you're back to the people, and you're like, oh my God, I want out of this.
Yeah.
Right? And just back and forth.
That's it. I think we were probably a society of people that didn't want to be with our families and friends, didn't want to be nice, didn't want to cook at home, don't exercise. I'm like, holy smokes.
I don't think it was that bad. I don't think it was that bad. I think it was more like, when was the last time you were around a bunch of people that were just so different? Is when you were back in your family of origin. You know, mom, dad, brother. And just like, okay, just a bunch of weird people just hanging out with. And then you eventually get to go to school, go to work, have a life, create a life, and you don't really notice that transition. Now you're just living a life. Now it's like you're shut in back with a bunch of random people for a long period of time. You're just trying to like figure out these people again. Like,
yeah,
who are these people?
I mean, I bring it up because of those. Seemingly, those are the ones that are highlighted.
It's true.
Go back to basics, back to the roots, and you know, that kind of thing. And I'm like, okay, fair enough. I mean, but it's funny. It made me think like we think of those negative things or bad things, and now we're doing them again. We're like, okay, our coping mechanism is doing. Don't people do this all the time? I'm not saying that we do in our household, but no, it was super interesting. But let's leave it at that for this segment. But I think it was interesting to delve into. We can continue it if you want. But
yes, we will. As this continues, we're going to have to talk about our new habits that we picked up. And it'll be interesting to see transition back, right? Like how that's going to be.
That's it. That gave me an idea for the next segment. There it is. So tune in for the next one, guys. Thanks for checking us out. Don't forget to check out our Podcast and Chill. We've had many episodes since September of last year. Episodes we drop to you guys almost every day, Monday to Friday. Now we've added because of this quarantine, we've added the video portion if you enjoy that. And thanks so much. The lovely, the talented, the maniac, brainiac.
Oh, stop it.
Christopher Bernard.
You're amazing. Stop. I can't go on about how amazing, like, all right. Yeah, people don't want to hear that. You don't want to hear that. You're like, yeah, stop. But he is amazing and truly wonderful and the nicest guy you will ever meet. I promise you that. When you meet him, you'll be like, oh, shit, he is. The nice guys. Him and his brother.
Oh, my God. Nicer than me.
Podcast and Chill. The amazing Neil Quinto. Thank you so much for making me do this. I do appreciate you.
Absolutely.
For still being my coach, my podcast coach now in this great venture. Thanks for listening, everybody.
Enjoy, everybody. Till the next one. Good night.
Till the next one.